Hey guys, hope you're doing well. Today we're doing a different kind of video. So for those of you who are more new to the channel, you may not know what this is. Basically, these videos are here for 3 reasons. One of those reasons being I get to just talk. I get to just talk about topics that wouldn't normally be talked about on my regular videos, obviously, because those are gaming. Secondly, it's for the hope that somebody can take these, I guess, conversations, if that's how you want to call it, and maybe use them as some sort of maybe inspiration or just, something to look back on, I guess. And thirdly, this is something for me to look back on. It can really be important to be reminded of, just some of the things I talk about are just very important to reflect on and be reminded of. So it's just for the hope that I and others can look back on this and use this as a form of just, inspiration. So I want to talk about and focus on mainly just living life. There are so many distractions, especially in the modern world. There's so many distractions that just tend to take over our minds, like stressors, just like new things. There's so many things that just tend to take over our minds. It just desensitizes us to really living, if that makes sense. To just currently being there, present in that moment, and just living. It can be a really important thing to take that step back, or just find time to take that step back. And it's very much easier said than done because, you have things like work, school, the things I mentioned earlier, new things or stressors. There's just so many things. It can be really important to try to make the time to just take a step back. Whether that's to just see how far you've come from challenges or difficulties, or whether that's just look back and just ignore everything else and just look at life for what it really is. Those two things are just very important, to me at least, to just reflect on. Because otherwise it could just kind of, at least to me personally, it can just kind of feel like you're just going through life. And another good thing to reflect on, and it may sound bad, but another thing to reflect on is that you've already been through a chunk of your life. Now, I know that's going to sound bad because, you may see it, that's going to seem different to other people. And some people are going to see that as, a chunk of their life that they didn't go out after or get, what they wanted. Just chase the dreams they wanted to chase. They just didn't do what they had dreamed. But in reality, there's really never a bad time to start. There's never a bad time to change. There really never isn't. But another way to look at this chunk of life you already lived is first off, you've made it this far. You've made it this far already, and that is a fantastic thing. And another thing is that you've learned more about life in the world. And that comes with goods and bads. But with the goods, you've gained more maturity, you've gained more knowledge on the world as it is. You just know more and can then further apply more to what the next chunk of your life is. Looking back on those things is just really, I think it's really good. And it's really important to do something like that. Because really and truly, you have one life. And doing these things, taking time to just reflect on the life that you were living and really just live in that moment. It could be really important. It could be really good. And in my own personal experience, it feels great. It feels really good to just step back. It feels almost like refreshing, to just not just be caught in whatever loop that you had been in, which for me is probably just YouTube and school and everything else. But you take time to just step back away from all those things to just focus on life as what it is. It could just be so nice. I guess the main thing I'm trying to say here is just find some time to take a step back. It can be really nice, and it's really important to find or make some time to just do that. It may seem random, but it's just something that, I've been thinking about. And I really hope that someone out there is able to take this and use it as some form of inspiration, or just take it and apply it, That's really what I hope for in these videos. I genuinely do mean it. So with that being said, thank you so much for listening all the way through. God bless you all, and have a good day. All right?